The following presentation explains fundamental computing concepts which are used in various organizations. This presentation introduces us with basic computing concepts such as what is hardware, data representation, and the use of computer networks. The goal of this presentation is to increase your understanding of how computer systems work. What's inside a CPU? The CPU is the brain of the computer. Inside this chip are several main components. Input devices send data into the CPU and the control unit directs the flow of data, and the arithmetic logical unit handles all of the calculations and logical operations. The registers are the CPU's short-term memory which hold the data it's currently working on. CPU functions, the 4 basic steps. The CPU works in a cycle which contains 4 steps. It starts by fetching instructions from the memory. It then decodes those instructions to understand what needs to be done. Next, it executes the instructions and finally it writes back the results to the memory. In modern computers, this cycle can happen at speeds of up to 1 billion times per second. How hardware works together. All of the above components work together like a team. They each have their own specific job and they all work together. The CPU processes given instructions. Without the RAM, it can't hold the programs needed for it to work. Storage keeps your files and documents safe when the computer is turned off. The motherboard is the main circuit that connects everything together. Without the power supply, none of these components can work. The cooling fan is responsible for making sure none of the parts get overheated or damaged. Storage media types. Data can be stored in many ways. HDDs are the traditional spinning disks. Flash memory includes USB drives and memory cards, which are great for file transfers and storage. How computers represent data. Computers have their own language which is known as binary, which are the numbers 1 and 0 respectively. Everything on a computer is programmed in binary. 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. Encryption. How does encryption work in keeping data safe? Encryption is like writing a secret code that only certain people can understand. It uses complex math to scramble words so that even if someone sees it, they cannot understand it. It is used to protect data. How images and sounds are stored in a computer. Images are stored as pixels and vector images, and the higher the resolution, the more higher the quality of the image is. Sound is stored through digital sound waves like MP3 and WAV. Making files smaller through compression. Compression reduces the size of a file using a zip file. Lossless compression keeps all the original data, while lossy compression removes some of the data to reduce the size of the file. Logic gates. They are used to perform logical operations by using binary inputs and outputs. Common logic gates are AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, NAND gate, NOR gate, exclusive OR gate, exclusive NOR gate. Types of computer networks. LAN, local area network. These are used in classrooms and offices for small areas. WAN, wide area network. These cover wide geographical area. PAN, metropolitan area network, covers a large city area. PAN, personal area network, lets you connect to personal devices. Network components. Networks need multiple components to work. Hardware includes routers that direct the flow of traffic between networks. Modems connect to the internet and access points that give us Wi-Fi. Firewall can be used as an example for software, and we need Ethernet cables and fiber optic cables for high-speed connections. All these parts work together to create a network. World Wide Web technology. HTML makes web pages and CSS helps us in styling and making the appearance of pages look better. JavaScript is used for making interactable features and effects. Network topologies. Network topology refers to how devices are arranged in a network. In a star topology, everything is connected to a central hub, which is commonly used in offices. Ring topology is the devices are connected in a circle. Bus topology means the devices are connected to a single cable. In conclusion, we could say that this presentation explains key foundation computing concepts and highlights topics such as hardware, data representation, and network. And by understanding these topics, we can use computer systems responsibly.